y la Sangre Chicana, former members of Los Tremendos Cinco, Hometown Boys, Something Homies, Santos Conjunto. We're a new band with not so new players yet, so we hope you're liking music.
Oh, all right, guys. Let's see. So we have. So which one do you want me to go? Do you want me to go this one or the other one? Hold on. Are we doing this one?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes. Or do you want the other one?
I mean, I think the other one looks better, but for some reason I don't. You want to try it?
Let's try it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think the audio is different. So yes, that's right. Today is the LNL show. And we're waiting for Isaac de los Santos. I was just talking to him earlier. I don't know where he's at, but I was just talking to him earlier, guys. So I do want to. Oh wait, there's your DJ LoKo from TejanoLoKo.com radio and music highlights with.
Che Delmi Nieto.
That is right. Well, today is our Conjunto Block, season 4, episode 3, with
Mr. Isaac de los Santos.
Isaac de los Santos, but I don't know where he's at. I was just talking to him, so maybe he's doing some technical difficulties or something, or maybe he just didn't get the time change. Maybe that's what it is. I'll message him in a little bit. But first of all, first ordeal. How was the internet gala?
Oh my goodness. I had tons of fun. It was great seeing everybody, that I hadn't seen. It's wonderful that Mr. puts that on every year or so, right? I think it's been every year so far. But because I know that he was in the hospital and he's having heart problems again. So our prayers are with you, Vic, and hopefully you get well soon. Don't give up. Keep the faith. God is almighty and all-knowing and all-powerful. So, but it was great. I had fun.
Awesome. And then he joined on. I think he thought it was maybe not working. They all do that. But
yeah.
I do want to say, okay, I'll touch base. So do you want to introduce who we have?
Mr. Isaac de los Santos. Y la Sangre Chicana.
I figured it out.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, I didn't get to talk to you much. Matt, why is your guys' video feeds are way better than mine? So yes, Isaac de los Santos, my gosh. So one is an honor, Mr. Hall of Famer right here, Mr. Isaac de los Santos. This past 2023, you've been exploding, man. And actually, good friends of mine, Conjunto Differenza, they keep talking highly about you. And I follow the Conjunto world very, very closely. And especially now because I saw that. Oh, sorry, Del. And especially now because the Conjunto Block was started about 4 years ago, and it was more to implement and showcase the different sides of Conjunto, because if you're not into Conjunto, you really only know like the traditional or the progressive, but you really don't know the other styles, the South Texas, West Texas, the grunge, the blues. You don't know the Santiago Garzas or those Cucuys or Lázaro Perez or in your case Los Alacranes. You don't know the other hardcore style of Conjunto that's out there, and that is a big part of the Tejano culture, Conjunto culture, the Musica culture, the German culture, I guess you could say. It's a huge part. So the biggest thing that I always ask, and like I said, it was meant for people to know what is Conjunto, and I always ask this the very first question, because I want people to understand from each and every different Conjunto artist or band. In your opinion, what is Conjunto?
To me, I went to school for music, so I studied lots of genres and played different genres, different markets and stuff like that. To me, Conjunto is the jazz of Tejano music. That is the jazz. I mean, I know they have a lot of jazz musicians in Tejano music and stuff like that, but born in the United States. Conjunto music is born in the United States, and it's one of those musics that is like the grassroots Delta blues kind of style of the Tejano music, as far as like pop is for a Delta blues for a pop. So I mean, it's a music born here. So it's a cross culture of the Spanish and the German and different influences and instruments here in the United States. Mostly South Texas.
Yeah. And why do you think the conjunto itself, because like a lot of festivals and a lot of events, why do you think the conjunto itself, and regardless of who's playing, why do you think the conjunto is always popping? And I love my Tejano, don't get me wrong, I love my Tejano, but sometimes it's kind of like hit and miss in the Tejano, but in the conjunto, it doesn't matter who you got, known bands, unknown bands, new phases, it's popping. It's always popping.
Well, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I decided to go and play conjunto music. I mean, before I was playing mariachi music in front of 200, 300,000 people in big stadiums in San Jose and Tucson and all that stuff. But I fell in love with conjunto music because of the life that it has, and the freedom that you have when you're playing and singing this music, and it's something that comes from the soul, something that I mean, it's something you can't really explain. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. It gets you caught, and once you're caught, you're caught. You turn around and do something else.
Yeah, and like I know when I am around the conjunto era genre or like when I usually go to San Antonio, little FYI birdies out there, I usually stop by Bossman's at least once or twice. I have to, because and I actually did an interview with him, but I always stop by one of the conjunto places or one of the conjunto bands, or even like in Vegas this past the actual conjunto night for the conjunto, and every time I listen to conjunto, I kid you not, it's always I want to dance. Like I want to dance. I want to jam out and dance. What do you think? Why is that? Because I like I said, I grew up in the Tejano, but when I listen to that conjunto, it's like, gosh dang it, I want to dance.
A lot of times, it's the way the music is played. It's more staccato on all the musically. If I to explain it musically, it's the beat is constant. If you listen to the kick drum on a Tejano kick drum, you're gonna hear a pops. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pop, 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 pop. It drives the whole time through the whole song.
Yeah.
And then the guitars and stuff play more legato on Tejano music with and then the bajo sexto on the conjunto is more pop pop. It's more staccato. You know what I mean? More sharp, more in space. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's a lot of the reason why that song, the music sounds like that. It makes you want to dance because it plays the beat for you. It makes you move.
Yeah. Che, do you have anything out there you want to say?
I mean, I think that's some great points there that that Isaac is saying, right? It has the distinct sound, right, of the three, of the instruments, right? Usually is the bajo sexto and then the accordion, right? And but just for the ones that don't know, Isaac, I know you're born and raised from Victoria. Is that correct, right? Ones that don't know, and you started playing at age 7.
Yes.
Dad, is that right? Wow.
Yeah, I was playing trumpet with the original Sangre Chicana.
Wow. So that is awesome. So what made you pick up, what was that very first instrument that you picked up there at the age of 7, and what made you pick that one?
My dad.
Your dad, yeah.
And I don't know, every time he used to play it in the living room, I would stand there and watch him, and he would take my hands and with his fingers, play with him, and then I learned how to do the buzzing and all that stuff like that, and then I got my embouchure down to where I had it pretty good. By the time I got into junior high and I was playing trumpet, I was bored, and my teacher, Mr. Goldap, he's probably gonna watch here. He's still around, and he back in junior high, I got tired and bored and quit. I was playing off times and different keys and stuff like that, and they were still learning hot cross buns and stuff like that by the time I was in junior high. So it's a little different, you know what I mean? I've been doing this a long time, and everything okay?
So you actually got the music theory down with schooling, and you learned all that in Victoria as well, growing up.
Yeah, well, I started in Victoria, here at Victoria College, learning. Well, in high school, I started learning theory, and then I got to college and on a scholarship and did that. I also went in the Delmar College in Corpus Christi and
nice. Love that place. That's awesome.
Yeah, when you said you went to school, was it for music?
Yes, so I was a singer, operatic.
Okay, that explains a lot because I'm listening to you and you're hitting the rhythms and the different kind of forms. Well, that explains a lot because there's those who were kind of learned into the music and those who kind of studied into the music and I could hear the difference. Okay, that's cool. Yay. Okay, so what? Okay, so now we talked about you. So why the whole Conjunto Cartel?
Conjunto Cartel Records was started by me and my wife. It was in 2015. Los Tremendos 5 was doing we were doing our last album.
Oh yes.
And we actually put it all together. This was the last album of Los Tremendos 5, Conjunto Cartel Records. You can see in the back. My wife and I together. We started the whole record label thing, and then later. I started buying the equipment and stuff like that, and I started my own studio. And it took me about 5 years to learn a lot of the stuff. And I by no means am I the best or anything like that, but I've learned a lot, and I'm able to put out productions that I like, and it seems like other people like it too. So
yeah, that's cool that and your wife supports it too.
Of course, my wife. If it wasn't for my wife, I wouldn't be able to do any of this.
Oh really? Oh. So how did you get into the Conjunto era or to the Conjunto world? Why even? I mean, okay, let's go. Go first question. I'm excited because you're a Hall of Famer for one, 2 you know your stuff, and 3 you work with a lot of different artists out there.
Lots of different artists. Yes, I started when I came back from the military. I was in the military for a little while, and I got out of the Marine Corps. And I started playing with a group, they call it a Grupo Rey, Conjunto Rey out of Victoria. They asked me, do you play bajo? I said yes. I had never seen one before in my life. I tuned it like a guitar, and I was playing the bajo, the same chords as a guitar. And then I ended up getting picked up by Jimmy Lee, Tentacion.
Wow.
At the time, he was playing a lot with Jimmy Serrata, or Jesse Serrata, his uncle. And so I learned a lot from there. I got to meet Roland Gomez when he was playing with Bone Mauricio, and I learned how to tune the bajo right and play it correctly, and then I figured all the patterns out. And then I ended up getting picked up with Los Tremendos 5. We signed a contract with Discos MM. 20 years later, Los Tremendos 5 is considered one of the best around. So I'm fortunate to have had a chance to meet those guys, and they pretty much have taught me everything about Conjunto. Those guys, David Flores, Jesse Flores, Jerry Flores, and Mike Gutierrez, and Arturo Jimenez when he was in there too also. They taught me so much. Arturo is Flaco's son, if y'all don't know that. He was our drummer.
So were you guys together back, say, about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago?
We do shows here and there. We stopped playing around that 20-year mark, which was like 2021. We stopped. That was when we were doing a lot of stuff together. But we do reunions here and there. Los Tremendos Alacranes and my group, we have all the original members in those two groups. So when we have them together, most of the time you're gonna get a T5 reunion.
Yeah. Because one of my good friends out there, Lupe Hernandez from Junta Crazy, I think they had Los Tremendos 5 about 2 years ago back in Houston, 2-3 years ago back in Houston. So usually when she has her birthday bash, I'm there. under my name, but under doing something else like media or something like that. That's super cool. So you know, I do want to talk about well, actually there's actually Facebook. Let me jump to the Facebook era. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask those questions. So we have Mr. Roy that says we're at. I'm not sure what you mean we're at. We're at what? Where we're at that
I
he's
think you were
from?
talking about the video and that video you were playing in the very beginning when they were playing. I think it was
Oh,
yeah.
where yeah, where was it? I think that was a Tejano Conjunto Festival. I believe I could be wrong. And then we got Mr. Conjunto Diferenza, John and Martinez out there. Saludos, my brothers from Tucson, Arizona. And then we have Mr. David Vela. Hello, TejanoLoKo and MonDo LoKo. David Vela, Oakland is watching. So you know, I'm gonna be honest. The Junto de Prensa actually kept telling me like, "Hey, you gotta get Isaac. You gotta get Isaac." And I'm like, "Hey, hold on a bit," because it was last year. Like, hold on, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
And then they're like, tell me when you get him on. So I'm like, okay. So now that I have you on, shout out to Conjunto de Prensa because you were on my radar for quite some time. And I was telling the chair when we first got together, you were on my radar. And then I want to give a big shout out to Samantha, our pros también. I got to meet her and talk to her a bit, and we're all sweating over the weekend. But but now that you're on the radar, I guess if anybody out there has any questions, feel free to ask. So let's talk about your production. Did you learn how to do the production, or you kind of just did what I did and YouTubed everything and kind of like figured it out? And
pretty much, man. I did a lot of work on my own, recording my own stuff, and then trying to produce it myself. And I failed a lot, and the mixes weren't coming out right. The mastering I couldn't figure out. But
yeah.
I mean, it took years of just concentrating on one thing: how to EQ stuff. What a compressor does. How do you do that? What does the transient stuff do? You know what I mean? What do you use in a mastering chain? You know what I mean? Different things like that. And I did a lot of YouTube, but a lot of the stuff came from a friend of mine, Mr. Eddie Bettis from San Antonio. He's the bass player for he has Easy Music. He has a production company over there also. So yeah, he was a great help. I was able to call him and pick his brain, and he would give me tips here and there. And I'm actually going to try and see if I can do little videos and stuff like that for mixing and mastering Tejano drums or Tejano bajo, saxo, and guitar, or different things, or conjunto, and what you're looking for in the sound, how to set up a chain for mixing, how to set up the mastering, things like that. I'm thinking about doing little videos like that because it's hard to find things like that on YouTube. I mean, you can find the closest things is like a rock drum or a jazz bass. You know what I mean? You got to find the ones that work for the music that you're working for, and then tweak it a little bit to get that sound that you want. And so it took work. It took a lot of work, about 5 years playing and watching videos and different production people that do it online.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know the whole extent, but I remember I have one remix out there with my ex. I'm not gonna even say the name, but with my ex-wife, I did a remix for her, and dude, it was only a remix, and it took me 3.5 months to do, and it was only a remix. And I didn't sing or nothing, so I could only imagine how much time you put in there, how much effort you put in there. That's I don't know. That's crazy. So what are you hoping? I mean, what's your goal of production of the Conjunto Cartel?
Really, I did this for myself and Los Tremendos Cinco when I started, and for family, because a lot of my family are musicians, like Buddy de los Santos. He was a trumpet player for Ruben Ramos for a long time and played with the Tortilla Factory and Stephanie and all them. So I have a lot of musicians in the family. So I mean, and then the Crossroads crew here in Victoria, Texas. there are a lot of the original members and family of the original Sangre Chicana group of Suave here in Victoria that I started with when I was younger also. So, I mean, I really did this for those guys. This is a home studio. It's in the back of my house and everything like that. It's separated from the house, but it's, you know, a good building, good setup. And it was, I think it was like an in-law suite or something that was added to the house before I bought it. And so I turned it into the studio. So now we got the studio in here. But yeah, I mean, it's really all it is. You know, anybody can come if they want, and I can do their production for them, and they just pay me a certain price to use the studio and thing like that. Or if you want to bring your own, you know, producer and come and use the studio, I can do that. Or like I have a few bands that I had signed already under the record label that I'm actually producing for now. So, and that's the group that had just come in there, the boys at Conjunto. I don't know if you know those guys, Steven Martinez and the Hometown Boys that started their own group. You know, they just came in and they're working on their new production right now too.
I was just I was just telling the chair about that. Just about, I think a couple days ago, about Steven. And I was like, hey, did you see the drama?
Yeah,
he's doing his own thing.
Also, man, I know the drama.
But I mean, just that itself, that he's doing his own thing. I mean, you already know he's going to do an amazing job. Like, you already know.
He's got an amazing album. It's already done, recorded, and everything. All the production just needs to be done, finished, and then we can get it out there. But you know, that takes a little time. So
yeah.
I know, and I was wondering. I know you said that you have plenty of experience, man. You named some big veterans, some big, you know, dogs out there. You know, like Jimmy Lee, you know, Jesse Serrata, who is one of my personal faves. Did you also teach? Is that what I heard? That you were teaching mariachi music in the composition there at the Victoria College or Del Mar College as well?
Yes, I was a teacher for Roman High School in Victoria, Texas, for the mariachi caballero there, and then I also started the mariachi ensemble at the Victoria College. So I was there.
Yeah, they're I mean, they've done pretty well. I mean, they put a staple. They made their mark there. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. And mariachi was around for 7 years. I was like 13 when we started. Buddy was 5. But we traveled you know, around the United States and Mexico and did different big festivals as a show group.
Yeah.
Not just as students, but actual, you know, on the show bill and everything. So
that's awesome when you can, you know, teach it and show others, you know, all your knowledge as well. I know you said that you had family members, plenty of musicians in the family, but is it like, is it your children as well, or?
My children are. I tried to keep them away from it because and that was my mistake. They are talented. They all are, but I wanted them to go to school and pick their major. When you're a music major, I don't know if you know this, but when you're a music major in college, you have to study music, and that's it. You can't study anything else. But if you're like an athlete, you can pick your major. You know, you could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you could be whatever you want, and choose that and study. So that was my mistake, and you know, I was a young father growing up, and I made mistakes. I know I did, but I mean, they are doing great, and I'm proud of all of them.
That's awesome. Can you talk? I know you, so you've probably been in the industry about 40 years or so. I'm just
damn.
Is that correct? Am I more or less around there? I don't know. Is that right?
Yeah. 42 years now.
Right, because you said about the age of 7, right? So okay.
But
he's age.
I was swimming by then, so.
No, but it's really interesting for viewers and listeners to know, and just the fans to know the daily struggles, if any, that you endured going through that, making your mark, teaching, gigging with all those famous people, and how was it with your family growing up? The gigs, taking the gigs.
I think that was the best thing about having your family with you.
Yeah.
Because with Sangre Chicana, I was playing like 2 songs a night, and my dad was giving me $5 a night out of his pay. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. So, but when I got into junior high and I started playing with the mariachi de los Santos, me and my uncle were playing with other mariachis and trios in town, and we decided to just teach our nephews, cousins, and everything, how to play the instruments and do it ourselves. And that's what we did. We founded Mariachi Juvenil de Los Santos when we were young. My uncle Greg, he was the, I guess, the manager of the whole thing and everything. But we both founded it together. And me and him, we taught all my brothers and cousins how to play their instruments, how to read the music, because in mariachi you have to read music. So we were reading music, writing music. We were young, and when we went on the road like that, my aunts and stuff were teachers. We got to do it together as a family. You know what I mean? And it wasn't hard like that. I'm sure it would have been different if we were doing it on our own. If I was on my own doing it with somebody else, and they were picking me up and having to take me without my parents there and everything. But all of our parents and everything were there. My grandmother would stitch up our old uniforms and make our own uniforms back in the day. We didn't have the trajes that you could buy out of the store and back then. I mean, it was different. It was a different world back then. But yeah, we had fun, and it lasted all the way through the high school, and then a lot of us went to college and the military, like myself, and I mean, it just didn't, it kind of broke away from all of that. And we're missing a lot of the people now that were in the group. My uncle and one of my cousins passed away already now. But I mean, it's one of those groups that around in this area people are going to remember for a long time, because I mean, we were young, and back then that didn't happen. Young kids playing mariachi music back then, so it was a little different. And shout out to Bella Ortiz from San Antonio. She was the one that kind of, after she heard us playing in San Antonio, she kind of took us under her wing. She was a great, teacher and educator of music, and she pushed music education and mariachi, especially in the schools and stuff over there. And she was one of our greatest supporters.
I think that's great.
Well, so David Vela enjoyed the podcast. He's the next NFL actor. What NFL? Do you guys know who David Vela is? I'm wondering now. But anyways, so I'm like, what? So thank you for your service, Isaac. So how long were you serving?
I served for 3 years and 28 days, and I was injured and had to get out. They gave me a medical discharge. I'm retired, 100% disabled from the military.
Okay. Well, my actually most of my family are ex-military. My brother was in the Navy. He was a doc or hospital corpsman. My uncle was ex-military, and another uncle that passed away ex-military. So I tried to get in, but I owed bills to the government, so you gotta pay your bills off. I'm like, what the heck? That's why I'm trying to get in.
Yeah.
So thank you for your service. So I actually, one of my old DJs, he used to be in the military. So when he had joined in the past, he was in the military as well. He was Army. A lot of people who know exactly who he is. And then I would actually, when he wanted music, I would play for him, so that way he could listen to it when he was like either, stationed somewhere, or he had a bunk overnight somewhere in the desert or something like that. So it was cool. But I just want to say thank you and for your service. And I know I don't know if you're listening to Tejano music when you're in the military, but I know for a lot of military people it was kind of a serenity for most military people. At least people my family and DJ, it was a big thing for them. So you mentioned Crossroads in Victoria. Was that like a thing? I mean, I don't know. I've never been to Victoria. Is that like a street, or is it like a landmark?
Known as the Crossroads because we're like an hour and a half from San Antonio, hour and a half from Houston, hour and a half from Corpus, and that's what they call the area, the Crossroads.
Mm.
Right in Oakland Raiders. Oh, he was an Oakland Raiders guy. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah,
Wow.
he was Oakland Raiders. I remember him now.
Oh well, wow. That's interesting. So you know, another friend of mine, Mr. David Alvarez, because I know he has started a page called the Tejano Crossroads. and I know he's from Victoria, so that's why I was like, wait a minute, what is this? What's Crossroad? I never been there, but Che and I, huh?
Victoria is known as the Crossroads. That's what they call it.
Oh, or he called it at the Tejano Crossroads 361. Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's
I don't
what
know.
area.
Oh, okay. I'm just okay because I never been there, but actually, Lechen and I we got invited to the Memorial Bash out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're there, it would be amazing to meet you in person. I mean, I don't know, I'm amazing.
Over to the studio. It's not that far.
Oh, really? Oh,
I'm on myself.
oh. Well, I would have to stop by. I'm gonna stop by. I always love to meet people in person.
Oh.
Yes. So how many people do you have under your record label, or how many people are you help? You didn't like that? You didn't like the question? What happened to him?
Did he say he was producing as well, or is he just out? Is that correct? That he was producing as well?
That's what he said. Yeah, he was producing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and renting out his studio. Gotcha.
So I know.
Hello?
Oh, there you go. I don't know
Hello?
what happened.
Still there?
Yes. I thought it was. I thought it was me asking the question.
Hello?
Yes.
Am I back?
I hear you.
I don't hear you now.
Did you turn up the volume?
I might have to get out and come back in. Hold on just a second.
Okay. So you know what? I guess we'll play a small video.
Yeah.
And we'll just wait until it comes back. So yeah. So here we go. Here's a little break. So if you guys got to go bathroom, or because I gotta go bathroom. So this is I just did. Oh wait, is that him? I think he.
I came back. Ah, there.
Okay. We're
Sorry. Got I had an.
So we're gonna can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, so we're gonna take a little break. Not a break, but like play one of your videos. I have Un Vieja Amor.
Un Viejo Amor.
Yes. So before we play that one, what's
Actually,
huh?
That song is actually a Quinto Rey song. I also had a group named Quinto Rey, and that was like the original Quinto Rey. I think it's Santiago Garza on accordion, Rolling Stone.
Oh.
And I want to say that's Jason Lara on the drums and just bass. So.
Wow. Yeah. And if anybody knows of Conjunto, and especially Santiago Garza, he's phenomenal accordion guy.
He's the best.
He was actually there at the Internet Gala, and he kind of we're busy, but he kind of passed by. I don't know if you saw him, Leche.
For the jacket right?
Jacket.
Yeah, I was like,
right? Yeah. Yeah.
I was outside like, oh dang it. He's actually the one that started the first. He started off the Conjunto Block. He was a season 1, episode 1.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So here we go. Isaac del Santo, Un Vieja Amor. Viejo. Sorry.
Viejo.
Got it?
veces nuestra alma sí se aleja, pero nunca dice adiós. Un viejo amor, un viejo amor, un viejo amor.
Sorry, I'm a dancer.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, girl. Shoot. So yeah, so if you guys don't know, La Che's a dancer. She loves she loves to dance. You know what? Hold on, I forgot to because usually video I put a little some. Don't forget to tune in, and don't forget to tune in to Tuesday nights también at KLMO. Okay, so here we go. That way, you know, we show our support. Oh wait, should I put you back over here? Okay, there we go.
The lefty, I don't know.
So, how many instruments do you play, Isaac?
Well, I'll put it like this: when I was in school, I was a singer as a major for vocal, but I was a theory and composition major. So to be a theory and composition major, you have to take 2 extra years of theory, and you got to take a semester of a brass instrument, a woodwind instrument, percussion instruments, string. So I had to learn a lot of instruments, but I had to learn how to write, read, and play those instruments.
Yeah.
I was a composition major, so I learned a lot of instruments. I play a lot of instruments. The only thing I play is accordion.
Oh, I heard that's like the hardest. Is that the hardest? I mean, I don't know.
It's not something that's common in schools and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not something like.
Which one's your favorite instrument to play? Did we already ask? Which one's your favorite?
The bajo.
Bajo.
Is that a bajo quinto or is it?
This is a quinto, yes.
Okay, yeah, because I was looking at the little I know this because I'm not gonna say the name, but my ex.
Is it over? Yeah, nice.
Okay, so what are the differences between the bajos? Because I know some people, you know, when they look at just when they look at an instrument, they see a guitar or they see something. But what are like the differences of those? Because, like, for instance, you know, accordion. Some people don't know there's different types of accordions or different sounds of accordion. So, like, what's the difference of the
different bajo? I mean, it's usually just a maker thing. I mean, like, this is made by Tradicionales Luis. I also have a Tex-Mex, which right now is industry standard for everyone right now. Everybody's getting the Tex-Mex bajos.
Mm-hmm.
I had a cacari, which is a very good instrument. A lot of times it has to do with the caja, the sound that you get, the pine top, and what kind of wood you use for the back and sides. That's a lot of times you have to pay a little bit extra money for the good sounding woods. You know what I mean? So that's a Chechen, which is black poison wood, which is a hardwood and it's real flexible. So you get a lot of tone and sound out of that. So. That's all it really is. And then you got to go by the maker. Of course, Macias is known for Bajo Sextos. That's Martin Macias from the 50s and the 40s. You just can't beat that sound. There's nothing that'll even come close to the sound of a 1940 or 50s Macias. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But that wood has had time to dry and blues have settled and everything like that. So everything is flexing and vibrating. So and it's not something you can replicate. I'll say that.
Yeah. So what? So if somebody was barely coming into, like, say, the music industry and they're wanting to play the bajo, what would you recommend for them to pick up?
I would recommend them not paying $5,000 to $6,000 for a Macias bajo, or $2,000 for a personally made bajo. I would tell them to go find probably like a Guerrero or something for like $800, $400, $500. You know what I mean? And learn on that. You know, there's a saying with the músicos in Conjunto, es el mono. You know what I mean? It's not the instrument. It's the player who plays it. You know your instrument. You can play that instrument how you want it to sound. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. I mean, later on, once they're doing good and they've learned their instrument and they've gotten a couple stripes on their shoulder and and wanting to move up, get something that they can, made by somebody at Tex-Mex or Luis, and $1,000 to $2,000, bottle sex, so that they like the wood that they want, the look that they want, and everything like that, and make it personal.
Yeah.
Later on, you want to buy that Stradivarius Macias bajo, and you got that kind of money, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
What about those Hernandez, the ones from Mexico? What do you think about those?
Which ones?
Those Hernandez bajos? Bajos Hernandez? Have you heard those?
Good maker. Yeah, they've been making bajos for a long time. The sounds are a little different. Like
Yeah.
when you're looking for a conjunto bajo, you want something with a little bit more bassy tone, because a lot of times the bajo sexos, you want the full big bassy
Yeah.
sound. I noticed that a lot of the Hernandez have a real high tony sound. You know what I mean? The real norteño style.
Norteño, right? There you go.
It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different.
Yeah. To say that conjunto is probably your favorite, Isaac, and is that something that you would always stick to as opposed to Tejano? I mean, is that why?
I mean, the style that I grew up with is more the the chachos, conjunto Bernal style.
Yeah.
When we played, I if you ever look up Quinto Rey with a K, that was one of my first groups that I broke out and did the style that I liked, and it's a lot of Bernal and chachos style, just Serrata style, conjunto. Los Tremendos Cinco, we did a lot of that stuff too, especially on the last album that we recorded. We did a lot of Tejano songs, conjunto style in it. So if you look up that stuff, Sombras Nada Más is the name of that album. I'll have that for sale again here pretty soon. What's that?
I'm just listening to your stories. I said, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. So John Martinez, I think we kind of did answer that, but if you missed it, he asked, "Great song, bro. How many bands do you have signed now, Isaac?"
See, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 bands signed this year.
Oh shit! This year.
Yeah. I'm not signing anybody else right now because I want to make sure that they get their productions out in the next 2 years. So in 2 years, I'll be looking for another group. Unless these guys want to sign back up again, then I don't want to get too far into signing too many groups because it's not what I'm for. You know what I mean? I want to do a quality, inexpensive deal here for these guys that are doing. They're trying to come up. You know what I mean? And some of these guys are veterans, like Joaquin Chavez and Flores. Those guys are both Hall of Famers also. So
yeah,
some of those guys are they're looking for a certain quality. So I'm really gonna work on those guys when they start doing this.
And congrats, into the Hall of Fame, Roots Hall of Fame, right? That how far was that? Fairly recent? Was it this past year?
Yeah, I got inducted January.
Wow, that is awesome! Congratulations.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's crazy because they even asked me like, "Hey, are you gonna come?" Oh, cool.
Look at that.
I wanted to. I legit told me to download some clapping sounds. I think I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna write it down. Clap sounds.
Also,
yeah. I'm sorry. I just didn't download it. But I'm gonna do it now because this is like several times this has happened.
Man, I'm just here. Like I know you play with Nick and Nick Verial, Play con Yellow. Man, of all of the awesome people that you have had the honor to jam on stage with, what is your favorite story? And do you have a favorite one? I bet you have several amazing.
Probably some I can't repeat online, but I do have. I think my favorite storytelling everybody is when I was playing mariachi. I made $1 million and spent it all. You know what I mean? Like that song says.
Uh-huh.
I thought I was gonna be a rock star forever, and actually I got.
What? Yeah. Who is that?
Saludos to Tejano Swag Radio tuned in. Mary Cruz. Oh, okay.
Swag.
That's 1990. I don't know if you can see that. 1990.
Wow. April.
Ángeles Ochoa.
Dang it.
Mariachi Vargas at Tecalitlan.
Oh my Goodness.
At the time, those are the the top in the industry of mariachi music, especially Linda Raza. She had just released that album, Canciones de Mi Padre, and that was the tour that she was playing. And we were a showcase band that day.
Wow.
1992. How old were y'all?
I was a front. I don't want to say.
We won't say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably my favorite tour that we went on. We were in Tucson and San Jose, Las Cruces, and then in Mexico and Guadalajara, and that was probably, we had a lot of fun. Probably more fun than 16-year-olds should have had, but we had a lot of fun that time. So.
Wow, man.
Especially at Laredo Border Fest. If any of y'all from Laredo remember the Border Fest mariachi competitions over there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, so we got, hold on. I got another jam from Isaac de los Santos, Lo Lindo de Ti.
That's my latest single.
No lindo.
So before we go to the next, I know it like the time is like going by really fast because we're almost in an hour.
Right?
It's so weird because I thought we just started like 10 minutes ago, but so before I can you give a backstory on that on that song?
Actually, was a song. I don't know if you guys know Jesse. Dang, I always lose my train of thought. I have PTSD pretty bad, so my mind goes off a little bit. Jesse, he's my wife's cousin, the bass player, and he had gotten sick there for a while, and he was having trouble even remembering how to play his instruments. So they got the real bad meningitis, and I don't know if he wants me to talk too much about it, but I invited him over to the house so that he could get back into swinging things, trying to remember things. And he was here for a week, and he wanted to record that song, and I went ahead and we set it up, and we actually recorded that in the living room of this house because the studio was being renovated at the time. And Jason Lara came over and did the drums. Chris Garcia, of course, on the accordion, and then he was singing the seconds, and I was singing the primera. It wasn't something we were going to release. It was just something for him just to get back into swinging things, something he was going to do. But kind of got mad at me because I went ahead and mastered and mixed it and released it. And I did it out of love.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So here we go, guys. And then before we jump to that, Mr. Johnny Martinez himself, Conjunto de Alianza, says, "What's up, DJ MonDo LoKo? What's up?" Che and Isaac de los Santos. And again, like I said, back in November-ish, he was like, "Did you get Isaac yet? Have you got Isaac yet?" Like, no, bro, I haven't. And every week, did you ask him yet? Did you ask? Like, bro, chill out, man. Like, bro, he's bad. He's a bad dude. You gotta get it. Like, okay. He's on my list. So
if you have followed Conjunto, you had to have known Los Tremendos Cinco, and a lot of people don't know my name, but they do remember Los Tremendos Cinco. And when I tell them I was the singer of Los Tremendos Cinco, then I know who you are now. So it's just one of those things, I guess.
So are you guys? So you said that you guys just have reunions, Los Tremendos Cinco. Oh, bummer. Okay, because I was going to do Los Tremendos Cinco now.
There's plenty of Tremendos 5 music and videos out there. So
yeah, I actually have a CD. I got it. I have back then. You guys were with CHR Records, I think.
No.
Who did I get it from? I can't remember. I had it for a while.
We were with Latin World, Discos M&M, and Conjunto Cartel Records. Latin World, Discos M&M, and Conjunto Cartel.
And then give a big old saludos out there in Corpus, Mr. Chris Zavala. Oh, Norma's on. What's up, Norma? And hi, brother. Okay, so let's jump over to that song, that music right here. And then
El lindo de ti. Lo lindo de ti.
Lo lindo de ti. Yes.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let is jump over. And I will say, like I told you, don't forget to go to the Memorial Bash. I got to do the advertisement stuff. Don't forget to the Memorial Bash because the Che and I will be there. Here we go.
Nice. Yeah. Woo! Gotta get my workout for the week.
We should just have you on all the time because I mean, obviously you're dancing. You're a dancer, girl. Shoot. Hey, Isaac, if you need a dancer, Leche is a great dancer out there.
Man, thank you for that.
Just FYI. But no, I agree. That was a jamming song. So if you guys didn't hear it, you could definitely in that one you could definitely hear that poof 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 that thump that heartfelt thump. Or the reason why they people say zapatella or that kick. I think it's the kick.
And it's so relatable. I mean the words, just the words itself, Lo bueno de ti, how you understand me. I mean, that's what everybody wants, right? In a relationship. Well, I know I do. I love it.
So yes, actually, David Vela, Conjunto Block is signed with the brother out there, right? Is that right?
They are signed. with Conjunto Cartel Records, and we're still working on their album right now.
So why? Okay, I gotta ask this one. I'm sorry, this is a little more of a personal question, but why Conjunto Diferencia? Because I mean I know who they are, but why them? Well, what is it about them that you just like? Dang, okay, let's do this.
Well, those guys, they came all the way from Tucson, Arizona, to come do their demo here in Victoria, Texas, and to me that showed somebody who was willing to work. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
not there yet, they're willing to work to get there. You know what I mean? And that's one of those things. And it was also a way for me to work on the studio stuff. You know, it was the first people that I signed. When they came in to do the demo, I gave them the demo, and I told them, you know, don't sign with me. Take your demo, send it to other recording artists or recording studios and stuff like that. And they were adamant, no, we want you. And I guess I did a pretty good job on their demos because they liked it really, really good. So they went ahead and signed with me. So.
Yeah, no, I personally know. Well, I know most. Well, I know Johnny pretty well. I know Joey. I think he's the bass player. I know him pretty well, and they're jamming, man. They over here they're ripping it up. They are in Tucson. I could personally say they're ripping it up. They are. Gosh dang. And then they're always in Texas now. So that kind of sucks because I want to see.
Yeah. No, but you know what? Shout out to Roxanne Ruiz, man. She says, love that accordion. I mean,
Yes. So
amazing.
who was playing the accordion on there?
Chris Garcia. He used to play with the Cuatro del Barrio out of Victoria, Texas.
Okay, yeah. It was cool. Like this one, you can hear there was a difference, but it was awesome.
Yeah.
Villa Raiders. Cool. That was so cool. I'm gonna forever know that now. I don't know. That's kind of exciting.
Yeah, man.
Johnny Martinez, Lindo de Ti was one of his favorite. Oh my gosh, we gotta have this guy on. You know this guy. Mr. Homer Salinas from Houston, Texas. Everybody knows this guy.
What's up, Rose?
Oh my gosh. And then we're proud to be a Conjunto Cartel family. And then we got a question, Miss Roxanne Reese. In your opinion, do you think Conjunto is more in upswing than Tejano right now? Oh yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. Right now.
I think what it is people are actually people that are outside of the whole Conjunto genre following and stuff like that are actually starting to get into it or more finding out about it, because Conjunto music has had its following since the beginning of Conjunto music. And if you tried to bring Tejano music around in the Conjunto genre and stuff like that, they'll tell you, nah, if it ain't Conjunto, it ain't shit. You know.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those things, you know. They have their followers, and the people are tremendously loyal to the sound, you know. And that's another thing why I like about it. And you know, when you come into Conjunto music, it's more of a, you know, I don't give a crap. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do what I am, who I am. You know what I mean? Soy como soy, tírame el león. You know what I mean? This is us. You know what I mean? And you can't really change that. You can't change that. It will not change for anybody. And I don't care what anybody says. Conjunto music is always going to be Conjunto music, and it's just one of those things. You know, the genre is pure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have been feeling, you know, it's like vámonos. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you know, and I know exactly what you mean, because every time
she said her uncle play. I'm sorry, she said her uncle played with Ruben Naranjo.
Oh, where does that say? Really? Oh.
She says, yeah, with Ruben. But I'm wearing. Yeah, they're one of my favorites too. Shout out to Ricky.
So yes, okay, there you go. I see it right there. And it grabs your soul.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tejano and Conjunto. So yes, you know, and I agree with you exactly what you say, because I know when I'm around the Conjunto era, the Conjunto music or festivals, or when I am, I always hear that. I always hear when like a DJ put like, when a DJ will put a say Electric Slide or anything else, and the hardcore Conjuntos turn that shit off. they yell it. They you know, they yell that, turn that shit off. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah. No, but your conjuntos, they're when they're hardcore conjunto, they're hardcore conjunto.
Yep.
I agree.
I think it. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just more people are starting to notice, you know, the genre and how much fun, you know, the shows are, and it's not like, it's like when you go to a conjunto show, when you go to a Tejano band show, you know what I mean. It's the when the band gets in the zone, they're in the zone, and nothing, you know, can bother them. But it seems like when you go to a conjunto show, the band gets in the zone, and the crowd gets in their zone. You know what I mean? They don't care what's on stage or what's going on. They're not watching any dancing or jumping around or anything like that. They're just feeling the music, and it's going right through them. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I agree, man.
Yeah. And one of the persons that I noticed what that really does that is like Los Únicos, when Javier is up there doing his little thing, you know.
it was another kind of introduced me into this genre. You know what I mean? When the Tremendos Five started, those guys were always together, the Solis family and the Flores family, because they're both from Gregory. So we would go down there and we'd have big, you know, barbecues and stuff like that. And actually, they were the ones that showed me that I was playing the bajo wrong, and I already knew. I told them, I was like, hey, I play the bajo like a guitar, but they never judged. You know what I mean? That's what I liked about these musicians. You know, nobody ever judges you. They're always, you know, they're willing to help you most of the time. You know what I mean? And a lot and nowadays, you know, a lot of musicians aren't like that anymore. But you know, they're coming from other places, or they're learning it and picking it up from their parents. And you know that they just want to, hey, you're the best, you're the best, you're the best. And it's not like that in conjunto, and they learn after a while. You know, it's like, oh yeah, we all pick each other up, and that's the way it is. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, you know, and it's funny that you said that, because we had, who do we have that said that? Was it Jaime? I think it was Jaime. No, it was I think I had the Delta Boys and Johnny. What, I think it was the Delta Boys or Jaime. I can't remember. But they said exactly what you said, that in the conjunto, musicians help musicians. There's a camaraderie.
Camaraderie, yeah.
But yeah, like Johnny said, conjunto means together. It brings everyone together. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, and I see that a lot, because you know, back in the days when I was doing a like small little shows and stuff. And then I would try to every so often put some. I'm not gonna say no names, but trying to put some Tejano artists with a band, that way they could sing a track or whatever, because they didn't have a band. And it was more like, oh, I don't know, and I don't know. But like, just for instance, this past weekend, Elijah Ezekiel was playing with Conjunto Romo. He was playing with Cindy Ramos, or Camilla and Bea was out there. They were doing Cindy Ramos and Camilla Bea was doing things together. I mean, it's you see that a lot all the time, or even sometimes they just kind of like, hey, it's your turn, come up here.
Yeah.
They're switching things.
Mm-hmm.
It's always been like that, and that's why everybody likes to go to Boss Man's, especially after festivals and things like that. That's one of those places that you have to go. Back in the day, it was Lerma's in San Antonio. Everybody would show up to Lerma's and do that. But when Boss Man's opened up, I mean, he's a true pioneer when it comes to the conjunto industry, because he will bring a band during the festival, and then once he brings that band, he knows that's where the after party is going to be. Man, everybody knows.
Everybody knows.
Man,
everybody knows.
If you show up at Boss Man, you don't never know who you're gonna see, man.
Yeah.
There was a place like that, you know, where you could show up on a Saturday night and Los Tremendos Five will be playing, right? And all of a sudden you got Tomas Navarro, y Conjunto Amable playing, Roland Gomez on the bajo, our big legends like Robert Riojas on the drums just came in for a beer, and all of a sudden he's playing drums for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of those places, man. Greg Paredes, Bon and Mauricio, they're there, and everybody's playing, and it just gets like that in Corpus Christi. It was like that for a long time, and San Antonio, it happens like that also. I mean, it's just one of those things. In the Valley, I know there's places like that all the time, and you see it. So yeah, I mean, and then that's just goes along with the whole conjunto genre and culture.
And I actually this past weekend, and I've been trying to get the interview, but I finally got it this past weekend. I actually got to sit one-on-one with Boss Man, and I asked him, "Hey, I want your story, man. Give me your story." So I have I think 12 to 15-minute story from him. So be ready for that.
Nice.
But I will say, Bonnie Mauricio did officiate him as ambassador of Conjunto. Just FYI, ambassador of Conjunto. So
Nice.
let's get that story out there. But it was gonna take a while when it comes out. But Che, do you have anything else? We're at the hour and 15-minute mark.
No, I mean, I just want to thank Isaac for coming out and spending this time with us and sharing. I mean, it's a lot of great info that you gave there. It's all that.
I appreciate it, and I always cherish these things. People they get to hear what's going on. I don't get out a lot. I wasn't at the TTMA fanfare. I am a veteran. I do suffer from PTSD from my time. So I don't get a lot into the crowds and stuff like that too much, but for some reason music has always calmed me down, and I'm able to do live shows, and this is my sanctuary now. So it's just, I get to do music, and I get to be home and in my comfort zone. But I wanted to put that out there in case you are looking to record. My number is 361-212-1287 here in Victoria, Texas. If you can wherever you want. That's also the number for the group if you want to hire La Sangre Chicana.
They can find you on all social media platforms as well.
Pretty much all social media.
Wait, what's your number again? Let me type it in. So
Crank calls, Homer.
What was it? Wait, say it again. I was gonna type it in. Put in a ticker.
361-212-1287.
And Isaac, I'm just curious, which conjunto tune is your jam? Like you just hear it and you love and you know it and you love it and it puts you in that zone. And why that one? If you don't mind me asking, do you even have a favorite? Right? There's so many.
I mean, I have a favorite band. I'll do that.
Okay.
My favorite group was Grupo Bad.
Wow.
Vocals, the accordion player, when he was younger. Greg Paredes, he was from Victoria.
Yeah.
Those guys are they were monsters, man. And that is that true Corpito sound, you know what I mean? The Corpito sound. So.
I agree, man. It's a good choice.
Rey stuff. We actually did a tribute to Greg Paredes on that album.
Man.
So we have Ramon Lucio, not Ramon Lucio Conjunto, but is it Ramon Lucio?
Yeah, Ramon.
It is Ramon Lucio. Because he changed the picture, that's why. I was like, wait a minute, I'm thinking of Ronnie. Okay, no, we have Ramon Lucio. Sorry. I was thinking that's not him. But you changed the picture. But yeah, if you guys know Ramon Lucio, he's a bad dude. I saw him live. He's a bad dude too. He's a bad dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On top of the bars and everything.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute. Yes.
I have seen a couple of his videos.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Homie gets down.
You perform great, it's nice. So Johnny Martinez says best voice in conjunto and badass producer. Thank you, Isaac.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, my choice is Santiago, but hey.
Oh,
Sam Luis, great interview. Nice. Thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in and watching.
is there any advice would you have for the younger generations? Because there's a lot of younger generation, and Johnny Martinez just mentioned one, the Bar Boys, Elijah Ezekiel. He's very into the Conjunto Block, and he has his own band. There is a Camilla Bella out there. There's just a lot, and I just met these young kids. I forgot what their names, but I have it on one of my live feeds.
Yeah.
There's a lot of young artists, especially in the Conjunto world right now, that are just jamming. They're jamming. It's ridiculous talent, and they're jamming.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, a lot of them nowadays have been lucky to have YouTube, so they're able to see people playing and stuff like that. So they got a little bit of a leg up on that, and that's awesome. I think it's a great thing that they. I mean, I did it for this too. You know what I mean? This probably would have taken me longer than 5 years to figure it all out. You know, if I didn't have YouTube. So, I mean, my advice would be just don't quit. You know what I mean? Just keep going. Don't be afraid to fail. You're gonna fail. I failed a lot of times in my life. Like I said, I made over $1 million and spent it all. You know what I mean, on stupid stuff because I was young, thinking I was a rock star. You know what I mean? So, but save your money. Don't do what I did.
Invested.
Yeah, invest it in things that's gonna help you in the long run, later on in your careers and stuff like that. You got parents right now help you with that. Just don't quit. You know, be ready to work because it's a long, hard road. Like the song says, "The Ride" by David Allen Forward.
Am I frozen or what? What's going on here?
No, you're not frozen. You're good. So I don't know if you have any questions, because that way I can ask the donut question. I always ask the donut question. No? Okay. So last question, and I always ask this because I used to be a psychology major, and then I made it into a minor. So I always ask the donut question because it's a rhetorical question.
And hookers will get you nowhere.
If you guys didn't know, broken hookers
What
won't
is
get you
going
nowhere.
on here?
It's Homer. You gotta. Oh, okay. I wanted Homer to come on right now, but he said he's in the shower. So this is the donut question, and the donut question is a rhetorical question, and it pretty much is just a kind of a representation of how you see yourself, or what would if you were implemented into a donut, what would you be? And my donut is a coconut donut with almonds and chocolate cream filling. And the reason I'm coconut is because I'm a little kooky. I love the exotic stuff, but I love the nuts because I'm a little nutty at times, loco. And I love the filling, the strawberry filling, because sometimes I'm full of surprises, and that's kind of what represents me as a donut. I think Johnny Martinez said it was a Boston cream pie, Boston cream pie or something like that. It was a lot of things. And then Mr. DJ Brandon's in the house. What's up, DJ Brandon? So what would your donut be?
My donut would probably just be a glazed natural donut, man. You get what you get when you see me. I'm not here to, I don't have two sides. I don't have any extra sprinkles. This is me, and
Homer Salina says he would be nuts.
Yeah, nuts. What? Yeah, no. If
you can see the fireball on the side of it.
Legit, have you not ever met Homer? I don't know.
I think I did probably. Is he? Where is he based out of? Is he from San Antonio or no?
He's out of Houston, but he's in San Antonio.
Maybe so.
If you're in the Conjunto Road, everybody knows Homer.
Homer and Gloria,
yeah. God dang it. They'll make you pee your pants. Okay, so without further ado, I'll give you the floor, Mr. Isaac. So we're gonna go off gray for a little bit. So say whatever you want to say. Your goodbyes, where to find you, TikTok, all that great stuff. Okay.
Hi, this is Isaac Santos with Conjunto Cartel Records, La Sangre Chicana. Be sure to tune in with DJ MonDo LoKo and La Che here on the podcast every week. I think it is every week you got. And check us out. Conjunto Cartel Records is open for business if you want to come and do an album. 361-212-1287. Look us up on Facebook. Conjunto Cartel Records. It's a group, and you can look us up at DLS Music Group. Also, we don't just do Conjunto; we do other things too. My daughters are into pop music and things like that. So, and I do rap with my brother. So, if you're looking for a studio and just want to come and chill out, hang out, just give me a call 361-212-1287. Thank you.
Okay, I think I might have got this right. Check it out. Is this it? 361-212-1287.
Yep, that's it. Conjunto Cartel Records.
There you go, guys. We want to don't ask them for nudes or anything, but just if you want a record or do some music, there you guys go. I got tired. This Homer, nombre. Okay, guys. So thank you, Mr. Isaac de los Santos. Hopefully, like I said, Leche and I will be out there in Victoria, Texas, Memorial Bash. Hopefully, we get to at least have a Coke or something. I try not to drink and drive, but at least we get meet each other and take a picture. It'll be awesome to actually finally get to meet the Hall of Famer himself. Especially because I hear a lot of great things about you. So
thank you.
Yeah. Che.
Yeah, I know. I'm still got that tune in my head. Lo lindo de ti.
Oh yeah, that's a bad.
Thank you. It was an honor. I wish you much more blessings with your new studio and your family and your daughters. So congratulations on that, because that's a big achievement as well, and being inducted into the Hall of Fame as well. So thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you for having me on.
Awesome. Thank you, Isaac. And whenever you want to come back on, or you want to do a one-on, you know what? When we're out there, we could do a one-on-one interview, Leche. That would be awesome. A one-on-one interview. Because a one-on-one interview, I could actually integrate different things, different videos, different stuff in there. I don't know. I love it.
Studio.
So yeah.
Awesome. We'll see you later, Mr. Isaac.
See y'all. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you guys go. That was Conjunto Block Season 4, Episode 3 with the legend himself, Hall of Famer himself.
Amazing.
Mr. Isaac de Santos. So Leche, who do we have mañana?
So tomorrow we have La Manchi. Is that correct? Am I pronouncing? La Manchi. Yes, I said it right. I'm excited. Oh my gosh, yeah, to see what's going on later in details with her. But man, that's gonna be amazing.
Yes, that's right. So if you guys don't know, Miss La Machi was La Coquista, and she kind of went off and did her own thing. So if you guys know, I don't know, no soy gorda, no soy. That's La Machi. Amazing. He's also an amazing legend, amazing icon. So before we head out, let's share. I'm going to be on it and try to get some of the little videos going on.
Okay.
Your experience of the Radio Gala fanfare.
It was awesome. It was amazing. It's such an honor and a blessing to be able to do what we do. I love, just helping people and meeting new people and helping them succeed, and not just in music, but in any endeavor. So what a great blessing that Vic Gonzalez enables us to highlight such amazing artists, right? And there were so many, and it was great. And it was my first time, working with you in person, and I loved it. So thank you so much, Mondo, for even asking me to, come on board with you. And you're amazing as well. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Leche. That's right, guys. So this past weekend was the first, the first personal encounter to the world of LNL. And on top of that, we do have now an LNL page.
Yes.
So I think I invited some people out there. So Leche and I will be running that page simultaneously. So if you want to, so just like this, I think I'm gonna integrate the feed into that as well. So if you want to catch it.
And who knows what else, right? I mean,
yes. So and then on top of that, we do have an email,
Yay.
and both Che and I have that email. I hope that you synchronize it to your phone. So
Yeah.
please, no crazy phone emails or phone numbers, but that is Che LoKo at gmail.com, and it goes straight to both of us because we ran into that problem. Who gets the music, blah 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 blah. So that way we could both have the music if you send it, because as you guys know, Miss Che,
Yeah.
you can catch Miss Che at KLMO.
Yeah. Every Tuesdays from 6 to 8 on 98.9, 92.1 FM. We are San Antonio, and I think Uncle Earl is going to be a co-host as well. So I'm excited for that. Man, Uncle Earl bustling out there this week. Fanfare. He did an amazing job. And yeah, so I want to just, share my blessings and, help support him as well. And along with KLMO.
Oh, that's cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Earl, he was cool. He was a cool cat. He was a cool cat. Really chill. I liked him. And don't forget to follow Tejano Nation as well. I just had to throw it out there.
Yeah.
Tejano Nation.
I've actually helped with them a couple of years back, but I think John Henry wrote 2022. But yeah, I love doing videos and articles for Tejano Nation and all artists. So yeah, I love it. So thank you so much.
And for that article they wrote. And if you guys are ever out, do look. This is not the final one, but it's our banner looks something like that. Something like that. So yeah, something like that. All right. So don't forget, guys, Memorial Bash. See you later, Che. We're gonna throw some videos and
Peace
bye.
out. See ya.